What's going on YouTube? This is UltimateiDeviceVids and this is Tweak Recap. And if you're not familiar with the series, I round up 5 of the best Cydia tweaks that are currently available in Cydia. So let's begin. The first tweak I'm going to show you guys is called TapToUnlock7. That's available in Cydia for 99 cents. And as it sounds, this tweak allows you to unlock your device on iOS 7 as opposed to sliding. You just tap. As you see there, tap to unlock. You just tap it and there you go, it unlocks just like that. Now, as you can see, by default, you can't actually swipe like you normally can. You have to tap right here to unlock just like that. However, you can configure it and some other settings in the Settings app. So if you go into Settings on your device and scroll down until you do see Tap to Unlock 7, and you go in here, there are some settings to configure. So of course, the first one is just the kill switch, so you can enable or disable the tweak there. And just keep in mind that for all these changes, they do require a respring, as it says right there. So the first setting is the disable default unlock, and by default that is on. So of course, as I showed you before, how you can't normally slide like you normally can. As you can see, the normal unlock is disabled. I have to tap, and if you don't want that, you could disable that, and then it will allow you to slide. But again, keep in mind that all changes will require a respring. And the next thing is tap anywhere to unlock, and that's basically, again, instead of tapping that designated area, which by default is right there, you could tap anywhere to unlock, again, if that option is enabled. So I'll go ahead and enable that. And the next thing is basically just hiding the arrow, and that's basically the slide to unlock arrow, and by default, of course, that is on. I'll disable it to show you guys what it looks like. And the next option is use image. However, that does require a little bit of expertise and technicality, so I'm just going to skip over that. And after that, there is the border, and that's under frame. And of course, the border is the border around the tap to unlock button, as you can see right there, the border. And you could enable or disable that. And I'm just going to disable it right now. And by default, of course, it is enabled. And you could adjust the width and height of it just like this. You could customize that to your liking. And to just keep in mind with the border, if you guys do have the tap anywhere to unlock on, the border will disappear, and I'll show you that after we respring. So basically, any of these options down here for the border are not even applicable if you have tap anywhere to unlock on. So first, I'm just going to keep that on and show you guys what that looks like. Then I'll come back in a little bit and show you guys what customizing the box or border looks like. And the next thing is the text, and of course you could customize the size of the text. And if you want to have custom text, you could just make sure you enable this. Then hit change button / slider text, and you can enable your custom text. And I'm going to put in test right now just for the demonstration of this. Then you just click save, and that's it. And the next option is color. And it is pretty advanced here. You need to know some stuff in order to change the color, so I'm just going to skip over that as well. And the last thing is the opacity. You could change how opaque it is, and you could just adjust that completely. Again, that's the text or the box. So I'm going to make it, I'm going to go really far down, just like that. And once we're done customizing, all you have to do is slide up here and then just click respring, and of course your device will respring. And alright, I'm back from respringing, and as you can see here, it does say tap to unlock, but it still has the arrow right there, the slide to unlock arrow. And of course we could tap to unlock just like that. And the box has gone, as I mentioned earlier, because we have the tap anywhere to unlock enabled, the box disappears. And you notice how our custom text that we typed in, which was test, does not appear, and that's also because of the box. Again, you have to have the tap anywhere disabled in order for the text to appear and for the border to appear as well. So again, we could also slide to unlock also, so that was a change that we made because again, we enabled the default unlock so we could tap, and of course you could also slide if you want to do that as well. And we'll go back into the settings, and I'm going to show you guys some other things. So we'll go back down and we'll go into the tap to unlock 7. And once we're in here, we will disable tap anywhere to unlock. So we'll do that, and then we could use some of these other settings. For example, the custom text will now work because, again, the tap anywhere is disabled, and the border. So we'll enable the border, and then we'll customize the width and height a little bit. And we will put in our custom text again because it didn't save the first time. You just have to type it in one more time. So again, I'm going to use test right now, T-E-S-T, and then just click save as soon as you're done. And once that's all set, again, because we disabled the tap to unlock anywhere, we can now respring again, and those changes will apply. And alright, there we go. Our changes have applied. As you can see, it does say test down there, and the box is significantly larger, as you can see right there. And of course, again, we can just tap to unlock just like that, and it works. And again, we disable the tap to unlock anywhere, so of course you can't tap anywhere, but we can still slide because we have that enabled. And again, this tweak is called TapToUnlock7. It's available in Cydia for 99 cents. And the next tweak I'm going to show you guys is called NC Customizer. It's available in Cydia for 99 cents. And this tweak allows you to customize Notification Center in several different ways. You can make it more clear, less clear. There's several different ways you can customize it. And once you've installed the tweak, go into Settings on your device. And if you scroll down, there will be a new NC Customizer tab. And in here, you could, of course, enable or disable the tweak. And we'll go into General first, and in here there are several settings. So you could hide the bottom separator, hide the status bar, hide the grabber, hide the separators, and always show clear. And I'm going to enable all these settings just to show you what they do. So I'll enable every single one of these toggles, then I'll go back. And the next thing is the background. And if you go in here, you could enable soft edges right there, and then you could set the blur value right here, just like this, using this slider. And the next thing is the background color for Notification Center. So if you go in here, you could customize these sliders to your liking and get the exact color that you want. And then you could go back, and then you can also set the color alpha down here using this slider, just like this. And if we go back, there is the Control Center option, and in here you could just set the background color for Control Center the same way you do with Notification Center, just like this. You could get those sliders exactly where you want them. And of course, there's also the color alpha for Control Center here. And once you're satisfied with all these settings, you could go back and go to General and then hit Respring, then click Restart, and your device will respring. And alright, so I'm back from respringing. I'll slide to unlock. And the first thing I'm going to do is open up the Notification Center, and as you can see there, all the changes have taken effect that we've made. Of course, the custom color and the separators being gone, the status bar being gone, and all those other settings that we configured. And of course, the Control Center, as you can see there, it's also customized. And again, this tweak is called NC Customizer. It's available in Cydia for 99 cents. And the next tweak I'm going to show you guys is called Snooze. It's available in Cydia for 99 cents. And this tweak allows you to set custom snooze times for alarms in the stock clock app. Normally on iOS, there's no way to change this, and it is 9 minutes as the default. That's what it is, and you've never been able to change it until this tweak. And this tweak basically just adds a new option when you're creating an alarm in the app. So I'll create an alarm, and you see this new option, snooze time, and if I click on this, I could enter any time that I wanted to, any amount of minutes, and I'm just going to do 1, then I'll click save, and as you can see there, it's 1 minute now. And of course, you need to have snooze enabled, obviously. And I'm going to set this alarm to 5:33, and as you can see right now, it's 5:31, so this is going to go off in a few minutes. And I'll go to repeat, and today's Friday, so I'm going to select that, then I'll go back, and of course, the label is just alarm, sounds alarm, and I'll click save. And it will, as soon as it goes off, I'll be right back. And okay, the alarm's going off, and I'm just going to hit snooze. And now, normally it would go off in 9 minutes, but because of this tweak, I set it to 1, so now in 1 minute it's going to come back. And as soon as it comes back, I will be right back. And okay, it's back. I'm just going to click OK. And as you see, now it's only 5:35, and normally, again, it would have to wait 9 minutes, but that's only a minute later, and it went off. So again, this tweak allows you to set custom snooze times in the clock app for alarms. It's available in Cydia for 99 cents, and it's called Snooze. And the next tweak I'm going to show you guys is called Search Plus. It's available in Cydia for 99 cents. However, it does have a 3-day free trial. And what this tweak allows you to do is access Spotlight Search from anywhere in iOS, and it also adds a lot of cool features to Spotlight Search. So normally, of course, you could access Spotlight Search just by swiping down on the home screen just like this, and you could search for several information, apps, contacts, mail, pretty much anything on your device. And normally, of course, you could only access it from the home screen. And I'm just going to exit this. I'll hit cancel, and I'll go inside an app now, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. I currently have it set for the triple click at the home button, and I have Spotlight Search access here. I have all the same information just like this, and it just works. And that's not it. Again, you can have a lot of other cool options in the Spotlight Search. So once you've installed the tweak, go into settings and scroll down until you do see Search Plus, and go in there. And inside here, you will get this pop-up after you install it. It's going to prompt you to buy it. And if you guys do have the license, you could activate it here. However, if you just want the 3-day trial for now, you could just click cancel. And once you've done that, you could, of course, enable or disable the tweak here. And the first thing you want to do is go to activation methods and then click activator. Then you could choose any of these actions in order to activate Spotlight Search inside an app. As you saw before, I have the triple press of the home button. Of course, this tweak does rely on Activator, so if you don't have Activator installed, this tweak will install it for you. And I'm going to go back and just ignore the quick do, use Activator. It's the best option. And I'll go back, And the next thing is the access on lock screen, and that is enabled, so of course you could access the spotlight search on the lock screen. So if I'm on the lock screen and I do my gesture, as you can see here, I can access spotlight search directly on the lock screen. And I'll just slide to unlock. And the next option is tap to fold, and that's basically anywhere in spotlight search, whether it's inside an app or on the home screen. That option allows you to hide or show certain sections. So I'm just open up spotlight search, I'll fire up a search. And basically, if you tap the name of a subject, as you can see, their applications, it's going to hide that, as you can see, just like that. And there you go. It says 2, so of course there's 2 right there, and I can tap it to open it again. And it works with any section just like this. And I'll go back into settings. And the next option is show image, and that basically allows you to show or hide the image of the section that you're searching. So for example, if I go into spotlight search and I'll fire up a search, as you can see there, for applications, there's a picture of the App Store. For contacts, there's the Contacts app. For music, there's the Music app. And of course, if you want to hide those, you could do that using this option. So if I just disable Show Image, I'll go back to Spotlight Search, and I'll fire up a search. As you can see there, there's absolutely no icon for those things now. So I'll just click X, then Cancel. Then I'm going to go back in the Settings app. And the next option I want to show you is the Clear Search Results. And with this enabled, basically, if you're in a spotlight search, whether it be in an app or on the home screen, and you're in the search again, and you exit the search, whether it be by pressing cancel or the home button, then you come back into spotlight search. As you can see, the search will be gone. Normally it stays there for a certain amount of time, but again, with this, it deletes itself. And the next thing is quick launch, and if you go in here and you hit plus, basically you could set it so certain apps will be in spotlight search even when you have nothing typed. So for example, I'm going to do App Store, Calculator, and Calendar, then I'll hit done, and once they're there, basically when I open up spotlight search, and as you can see there's nothing typed, there's this quick launch section where I can launch any of these apps just like that. And again, you don't even have to type anything. As soon as you do start typing, they'll disappear, but again, they're there when there's nothing typed, and you can just launch these apps really quickly. And that's all the settings I do want to show you. This tweak is called Search Plus. It's available in Cydia for 99 cents, but it does have a 3-day trial. And the fifth and final tweak I'm going to show you guys is called LivePhotos. It's available in Cydia for $1. And this tweak basically puts the photos that you recently took on top of the Photos app on your home screen. And it also works with the app switcher. If you use that, if you go in there, you can see there, it also does the same thing. And there are several settings. You can configure it so it's a slideshow, so it's just one picture, and that's all configurable through settings. So after you install the tweak, go into settings on your device and scroll down until you do see LivePhotos and go in there. And inside here, of course, there's a kill switch. You can enable or disable the tweak. And the next option is inner photos icon, and that's basically on the actual app. You can see there how it has that blurred photo page on top of the actual photos that are rotating. And if you want to, you could disable that. And I'll do that, and I'll show you what that looks like. And so it's disabled. I'll exit, and as you can see there, it's just the blurred photos. There's absolutely no icon or picture on top of it. And if you don't want it to be blurred, you could of course disable the blur, which is the next option. And I'll show you what that looks like. It's just the normal photos rotating. There's absolutely no blur or no image on top of it. It's just the photos rotating on top of the app. And I'll go back into the settings, and you could adjust the blur amount if you want to use blur. So I'll turn the blur back on, then you could adjust how blurry it is. I'll make it very blurry just to show you. As you see there, it's a lot more blurry now. And I'll go back in settings. And the last option is the slideshow duration, and that's basically how fast the slideshow moves. It is at the minimum right now, so I'm going to make it really slow by turning it up. And I'll exit, and as you can see here, it's going to go a lot slower now. So as you can see there, it's staying on that one photo for a long time. It will eventually change though. So again, you can customize this pretty much to however you like. There you go. As you can see, it is moving, but it's a lot slower. And I do recommend keeping the slideshow duration at the minimum. I personally just think that's the best speed, and you can still see the photos well. It's not taking forever. And as you can see there, this is personally my favorite speed. Again, I think it just works the best. You can still see the photos, but again, it doesn't take forever. And this tweak is called LivePhotos. It's available in Cydia for $1. And thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.